first, before I make my presentation, that I'm I'm also very new in here in this global health and also WHO. So everything you're going to hear from now from this presentation, actually you can find more information from WHO website or from other information source. There's nothing special, but I will do my best to give the overview of WHO. So for the first question, I see majority has the answer on number one, on 1946, which is also rational because WHO, based on the constitution, the constitution was adopted by International Health Conference held in New York in um, 1960, 1946. That is correct. But the day that this constitution come into force was on 7 April 1948. So that is the birthday, and it becomes World Health Day of WHO and World Health Day to the world. And I just want to highlight also for the definition they use in this constitution. And if you follow this constitution, there will be many interesting information about WHO, about the board, about its functions, about their language use, and many other things. But one of that is about the definition that they use. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And you can see that the highlight on not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And I think this is the important part. And also the importance of having WHO is because it's the right of every human being to have the highest and attainable standard of health. That is a human right. And this is the first World Health Assembly. It was held in 1948. And this photo shows delegates at that time. And also in the little box, they show name of delegate from Thailand. Which one is not WHO functions? And most of you got it correctly, that it's not implement program at the country level. This is based on, there was a published journal about this that summarized, and also from based on experience of WHO staff and their plan. According to that, their functions capture mostly on the six elements of providing leadership in global health matters, like we all see from different platforms, and shaping health research agenda, setting norms and standards, and also monitoring the implementation of it. So this is why we see many status reports and tracking progress of several health issues under WHO, and articulate ethical and evidence-based policy options, providing technical support. You will see these texts many times in the, if you go through the resolutions or the decision, that these are the things that they can, WHO can provide as support to countries and support to the global, and also can implement based on countries' requests. Thank you, Dr. Meg. Dr. Meg will share it later because he has so many experience working in WHO. He has shared that WHO actually can implement if there's a request from the country, but without it, they won't do the implementation. And last, on the monitoring and assessing health trends. This question is interesting. We see mix of answer. But the correct answer is ECOSOC, or Economic and Social Council. This is the quite crowded United Nations systems, and under this United Nations system there are 6 UN principal organs, and you will see from the right box, based on different colors, that is the essence of each organ. The first one is General Assembly, that most of you answer these questions. Actually, General Assembly is they it consists of all member states to oversee many topics, oversee budget of UN's, appoint of non-permanent members to the Security Council, make recommendations, or so-called, many of us know it as a UNGA resolutions. That is the part of General Assembly, but WHO is not under this organ. Second organ is on Security Council. They are responsible for the maintenance of international peace and security. There are 2 types of members. 5 of them are permanent with veto power, and 10 are elected members as appointed by General Assembly. And third one, this is the one that the most related to us in this case, on Economic and Social Council. Economic and Social Council is the coordinating, has a main responsibility to coordinate related to economic and social work. They under ECOSOC, there are 15 specialist agencies, as you can see from the blue box here, where WHO is one of the specialist agencies under that. They responsible for coordination of this and discussion of international economic and social issues, and make policy recommendations. And we have a secretariat in yellow box, mostly on the administrative matters. For example, organizing important meetings or support meetings of UN agencies. And the purple box on the International Court of Justice. This is to decide dispute between states. And last, on the trusteeship council, this is not very active council anymore. They responsible for things related to trust territories. Who is not former or current Director General? The correct answer is number 3. Who is this? He is the UN General Secretary. So he's not WHO DG. Why the other? This is the history of WHO DG from the first one in 1948 to the present, Dr. Tedros, as everyone should know him. There are many interesting stories about WHO DG also. If we have time, we can talk about it. I always hear from Dr. Sweet, and also reading more in the website. Interesting will be on the Dr. Lee, who passed away on 22nd May, on the day before WHA began. So that at that time it's quite interesting to know how they cope with it, and they appoint the acting DG. While other DGs has also interesting history, and also many milestones of milestone of global health development. Which one is not under WHO program? Again, this is the questions that many of you know, that monitoring SDG although SDG is important to WHO, and WHO also responsible for direct and indirect SDGs, but it is not the program under WHO. From what you can see from the screen, this is the updated version on January this year. The structure of WHO. I believe that this is the most updated version as shared in the website in public. I will ask Dr. Meg to add on this slide a bit on the. I think this is the revised version of structure based on the WHO reform, and it may affect to the headquarters and also to the regional office and also to country office. But what you can see here, the big group of WHO work contribute to the data, to the scientists, to monitoring department, and before we don't see a clear structure on this group of work of program, while the general normative program still here on the UFC life course, NCD, and communicable disease. And many of you answer for the healthier populations. WHO really have this program under WHO, and under that it's about environmental, climate change, and health, social determinants of health, nutrition, food safety, health promotion, where physical activity as presented by by Kun Sininat is located here. They also have program on AMR and access to medicine. But and another interesting that they just revised, it's about making health emergencies as almost equal to the DDG level, to the high level work on the health emergency preparedness and response. I think this is what we just recently see highlighted. And to summarize again, that this is the structure that they have 6 regional office and country office. The most updated version was on 2016, but I'm not sure that is the latest or not. They have 153 country office. And you may wonder why they have 194 member states, but they only have 150 country office, because some country might not have their own country office, might share with, especially in small countries, they might share 2 countries for 1 country office.